Hello, welcome back.
Hello. So, last time, viewers, we talked about Chrono Cross and how its biggest weakness, it's really good storytelling, but its biggest weakness is how they have a crap ton of characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is gonna rub you the wrong way, but that's one of the reasons I didn't really like 6.
Oh, really?
Because I just counted them because I have the anthology strategy guide right here.
Mm-hmm.
13 characters in that game.
Yeah, and I mean the two bonus characters, Go-Go and Umaro, really don't do anything plot-wise. But at least,
There's 14, I'm sorry. Yeah, alright. We've got Terra. We've got Locke, Edgar, Sabin, Shadow, Celeste, Cyan, Gal, I guess. How you say that? Setzer, Mog, Strago, Realm, Umaro, and Go-Go. And I never beat the game. Let's start with that. I got to... I didn't even get out of the world of balance.
Really?
I got, to the end of it, I believe. Let's see. Airship... when the town gets put on fire...
Ah, okay.
And you have to go through the big, fire cavern thing. Right after that, the Cave of the Sealed Gate.
Yeah.
That's where I got blocked. It was you can grind for 5 hours, or I can quit playing. But there's just way too many characters. Because you can only have, 3 in your party at a time?
4 in that one.
You can have 4 in your party? Okay. But it's I mean, for all intents and purposes, the way I've played the game, Mog is useless. He's funny, and he's a Mog. Or he's a Moogle. Mog, Moogle, whatever. I think they're the same thing in that game. It switches from game to game. So he's useless. I never used him. Gaul is pretty much useless. Because you can have him leave the party for X number of battles for him to learn a skill. You get him back, and then you're just yeah, use this skill. And he's basically Berserker Rage at that point.
Yeah, you don't really get to control anything he does.
I always want Locke in my party because I like stealing in RPGs, but steal doesn't really do much in this game.
Yeah.
Edgar's broken. Sabin's broken.
Suplex trains though.
Yeah, Cyan can be one of your main power hitters. And I like Shadow, but you need a healer, so you've got Terra and Celeste to choose from, really? Until later in the game when you get Realm. I mean, and that's one of those games where everybody can learn magic, which is fine, but you still have your base stats where Terra, Celeste, and Realm are your magic users, basically. Anybody else uses it and it doesn't do what it could do. So it's why bother even having them learn magic? When it's just going to be crappy. At least healing magic. So, what the?
This is a deception put up by the Epops.
So where's the path?
This way.
That's some Dark Souls shit right there. Sorry, I got a message. There we go. Yeah, so there was just like a crap ton of characters, and they force you to use them. Like, they do a really good job, except for maybe Setzer. Like, you never are like forced to have them in your party, really. But they do a really good job of like having you use that in Gaul, and then like you said, the two like optional characters.
Right.
They do a pretty good job of like, and Mog, I guess, who's another optional character. All the optional characters are like useless, basically. Like, they don't really bring anything to the table, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Umaro is a berserker, so he just does nothing but hit physically all the time. And then Go-Go is a mime. He can mimic, and like he can mimic other people. He can do anything that any of the other party members can do, but not very well. So he just feels like a watered down version of any one of the other party members.
Ah. So he's like a jack of all trades, which in RPGs is terrible.
Yes.
Unless you're the main character. Then your stats are ridiculous. Yeah, so that's why I didn't really like 6. I'm sorry. I know it's your favorite, but it was like,
Can't be everybody's favorite.
you know, like at what point is too many characters like too many? You know?
Yeah, it's one of those where the overall story, like the overall plot, has more emphasis than like individual characters.
Right. It's not character driven, it's plot driven.
Right.
Which can work, but a lot of the times it falls short on the characters. Like with Chrono Cross, it's the same way. At least I thought. Like, the overall story and like the little moments that Surge has throughout the game are really good and really powerful on like an emotional level. But the characters are pretty hollow. It's kind of like 12. 12 falls into that same kind of thing where, and 12 didn't have a lot of characters, but they were like, hey, we want to tell this plot.
Right.
And here's some people to facilitate that. And they all just felt very hollow and detached from the player.
There they are.
That's why, like, with 5, for instance, you know, you only have, like, the 4 characters.
Right.
Well, there's 5 characters, but it's basically still 4 characters. Without spoiling your Let's Play.
Yes, we'll get to that eventually.
But yeah, it's like, here's your characters, these are the ones you're going to use. And they constantly grow and build throughout the game, which again is another dig at 7, is they give you all these characters, but you're just going to use the ones who have the best stats, and it doesn't really matter who's in your party, like, for the overall story. Like, you don't really lose or gain anything from swapping members out.
True. Again, you can just go with the characters that you like the most.
Yeah. Like, if you like Sid, by all means, take Sid every time, and nothing's really gonna change. Anyway, we have plot.
Hallam.
They must have taken off their equipment. Okay.
It didn't look like they had. Though it would have been funny to see them running around in their boxer shorts. and nothing else.
Yeah. So, Final Fantasy Square games suffering from lack of character-driven. And they're games that are really character-driven, people don't like. For whatever. Like, Drakengard, which I need to get back to eventually, but, like, that is a very, very character-driven game. But it didn't really do that well. And maybe just because it's a hack and slash, as opposed to an RPG, but it's very character-driven. Even the second game, which I didn't like that much, or as much, it's still very much so character-driven.
So now I guess we just stand here and...
Guess this is it for us. Are we gonna, like, get a boss rush here or something?
What?
Think about it. How many soldiers are after us? We don't have infinite magic, you know? I mean, it's not like we have this giant magical thing behind us that we could tap into. If they storm us with their superior numbers, we'll surely run out of energy sooner or later. A la Zack. Gotta face the facts.
This isn't like you.
Huh? You don't even know me, lady.
This is not like you at all.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they just met. Is this boss time? Feels kind of bossy.
Yes.
Unless the crystal's gonna, like, talk to us now. Lenora, get back! Really? This guy again?
Yes, my prison has been unlocked. The Dark Elf? I simply lost my body in the previous battle, nothing more. The crystal has given me physical form once again.
Well, apparently the crystal's evil.
That horrifying noise is also gone. This time I'll finally acquire eternal life.
Oh shit, it's Garlic Jr. Kinda looks like Garlic Jr. He's really tall. Be great if we could turn him into a pig. Wow. Alright, viewers, place bets. Is this a but thou must, or is this he just hits really hard and we're underleveled?
Oh, Jesus.
And she's dead.
Well, let's see. I don't really trust it. We've seen it twice before. Instances where they kill you and then... Is it a game over? Yeah,
yep.
It is. So we have to win this fight.
Lame.
Oh good, we can't skip the cutscene either.
Nope. So what do you think the right amount of characters is?
I don't know, it seems like... like, basically, going over 4 characters is where you talked about before, where it's more plot-driven than character-driven.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if you go any more than that, it's hard to say, really. I mean, because I like games that are both.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to really say which is better.
It's just more so you can't, at least in video games, like in writing, you really need strong characters. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's just going to be terrible. Or if you're writing a trashy romance novel, then you can have it about plot, and then you make a movie and make millions of dollars, and then you get sued because you started as a fan fiction. Yeah, I think we know what I'm talking about here. But there's you got to really balance the two, like your characters and your plot. And like with 8, again, I'm gonna defend 8 because I love 8.
Nothing wrong with 8.
With 8, you had 6 characters, but they all felt very much so like their own. Mm-hmm. Nobody felt too hollow. And again, you're gonna choose, whoever you like using more. I mean, I used Selfie like way more than anybody else. For the Let's Play, I tried to really change it up every once in a while, Mm-hmm. Which is why we kept switching through party members. And now, if you're trying to make a powerhouse in most RPGs, you can't do that, otherwise you're just gonna lose. But the way 8's junction system works, you can do that, and the fact that the game scales with you also really helps with doing that. Now with Chrono Cross, it doesn't really matter who you use, whether they get the stat boosts or not, because you're stuck with Surge, who's always going to be a powerhouse. And even the last boss, you don't actually have to fight.
Yeah.
Because it's got the mechanic in there where you can just insta-win. Mm-hmm. Now, it is a little luck-based, and it can be difficult to pull off, but for the most part, it's not too bad. You could have characters you never used, go to the last boss fight, and use those characters and still win relatively easily. It's just how it's set up. But I think 8 did a really good job, especially, again, with what 6 tried to do. But I just felt there was still too many characters for that. Where 6 and 8 both split your party, right? Mm-hmm. So you had to use the characters you didn't normally use. And 6 did it a couple times. Especially when they broke off into groups of 2, and then the final dungeon, I think, is a 2-team type thing as well, isn't it? Yeah, and then in 8, obviously, there's a couple times throughout the game where they split off into 2 groups. 2 or even 3 groups. So it's really that juggling act that you have to do, and people are going to like what they're going to like, but overall, I would say I prefer character-driven stories over a plot kind of driven thing. But that's just me.
So over here, he's once again transformed. And it doesn't seem like we can hurt him.
He looks like Leviathan. Just
yeah, kind of.
A dark Leviathan, most Final Fantasy games, and I say most because the first 3, the characters had no personality. feel like they're very like plot driven.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
not much emphasis is placed on the characters themselves.
Like 7, you had, you know, it was Cloud. It was very much so Cloud's story. Like, screw everybody else. Nobody else mattered. Oh, we have plot.
Column.
My magic doesn't work. And we have a summoner lady, Shiva. What's Shiva look like in this game? She looks creepy as shit. That's not the Shiva that we know and love. Yeah, of course.
Well.
So what's your favorite version of Shiva since she just showed up?
Oh. I don't know. Not sure I have one. The noise is gone, and yet, where is my eternal life? Ah!
Blah. If only he'd hit the muffin button. Shiva, that must mean. Are we gonna have to fight her now? Who are you? Give me the crystal. That's totally different. That was more like Pegasus, but we'll go with it. Yuga boy. You aren't from Baron. We'll go with it. Didn't you hear me? Give me the crystal. What happened to Cecil? Or Cecil? Or Kessel? Keckle? Kessel. The Dark Knight, White Knight person. I don't need to answer that. If you won't give it to me, I'll take it by force. I'll see about that. For a specimen of an inferior species, you seem to have some measure of intelligence. How about a children's card game?
This is an 8.
This is an 8. Hey, if it was, I would totally kick her ass card game, man. Just saying. Just saying. But if you fail to realize the gap between your power and mine... I'm gonna give you the crystal, 'cause I love Harlem. Give me the crystal and get out of here, Toots.
I can.
I'm your teacher, right? You've gotta listen to me.
But...
Don't worry about me. I've got the perfect plan.
Really?
Yeah. Trust me. Now, Lenora, go! It should have said go, Lenora, but whatever. Oh, and she conveniently uses warp, why she couldn't warp us out with her, I don't know, but alright. Cool. Because reasons. Finally, hand the crystal over now. Finally ready to hand over the crystal now? You said I was an inferior species, didn't you? Yes. Is he gonna eat the crystal? Because that would be amazing. Well, you're about to be outfoxed by someone of that species right before your eyes. What do you mean? I mean this. Break.
Oh, deja vu. Again.
He likes being stoned. Ah!
I guess it really is an earth crystal now.
Da-dunce.
Hallam.
She never got to ride these nuts. That's what she's sad about. You might want to hit up the heal shrine there.
Yeah. Because now...
we're stuck with the weaker person.
Yeah, no,
Hey, you know that character that can't do anything? Yeah, you have to play as her now. Thanks, game. Petrifying yourself along with the crystal. What a fool. I'll shadow your body and retrieve the crystal. Uh-oh. Wait! I worked 2 rooms over just to come back.
Don't you touch Palom.
All we want is the crystal.
I know that.
Just use Stona on me. Like, come on. Is that what she's gonna do? Or is it gonna be in Suna?
Suna.
Yep, in Suna.
Now, before they tried that and it didn't work.
Well, yeah, but that was like the 2 top tier prodigies using it at the same time on themselves. So it was like extra stone. They had to go to Final Fantasy IX and get a super soft, you know?
Yeah.
You idiot! Why'd you come back here?
How could you do that? What if she shattered you to pieces?
She was bluffing.
You're the one who's bluffing here. You've always been that way.
What? So there I was on the slopes of Mount Ordeals when I cast an awesome blizzard, and
this is the ending of Final Fantasy IV, if you remember that part, where Palom was talking to that little girl.
He's trying to pick her up.
Pretty much.
Bam.
I think that little girl was Lenora.
Ah. Ow. It's amazing how they can retcon stuff like that. Was I poor him?
I don't remember.
How many times are you gonna be late to training? The elder's real angry.
That sounds like a good porn voice.
Well, I mean, she's a little kid. That was you?
Been that way for as long as I've known you. Bluffing and talking big just to make others feel better. Mostly yourself.
Hey, let's not get into my problems, alright? It's taken me a while to build this guard up. I've had enough of this. Hand it over now. Don't make me summon Toon Summon Skull. I think you misunderstand. Who said anything about giving you this thing? Is it gonna throw it like a Dooku nut? Then I threw it on the ground. You're giving up your last chance to live. I find such a decision incomprehensible. Maybe so. You know, this girl here is no good as a... whatever. But as my partner, she passes with flying colors. Cause I'm trying to get laid. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I wonder how this is going to turn out now.
Use the shockwave, put you down to 1. We got this new skill. Does that mean we have to use it?
Probably.
Fire and ice, really? That's your best thing? Going Pat Benatar on her? That did a decent amount.
Yeah, that did some damage.
Can you Osmos her?
Or did we,
You're out of magic.
Yeah, we blew our load on that.
Ah! Yeah, you knew that wasn't gonna work. But does Osmos work? Nope.
No.
You're gonna have to use an Ether. Ether. Whatever.
It's basically like Antipo from Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, except that one looked a lot better in Chrono Trigger.
Possibly.
It did though, because it was like giant ice bombs just
Yeah.
all over the screen, and here it's just like snowflakes. I'm gonna have to use another Ether.
Probably.
Too bad you can't, like, in this battle, you just probably do enough damage to her and then she's gonna party wipe.
Yeah. She hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah. Shit, I forgot what oh, too bad you can't, like, transfer mana between characters.
Yeah, really.
Like, how useful would that be, right? Was there a move card called Particle Bomb in Chrono Trigger?
There might have been.
Is that it? Yep, here she goes.
Yeah.
Shiva again?
Yep, you called it. Party wipe.
No, Shiva. Diamond
Man.
Storm. Oh wait, that's Digimon.
Awesome.
I don't really like this Shiva.
You know?
Mm-mm.
I kind of like the whole bit with the, on the throne bit.
Mm-hmm. But just her look, I don't really... I liked 8's, and, 10's was okay, but she kind of weird looking in 10. Lenora! Yeah.
Rip.
I like how it just, like, appeared in her hand, like she didn't have to grab it from us or anything. Just
I could totally see her, like, just levitate it and...
Wait, you can't. I'm done with you. That's my line. No! Padme! Yeah, that's right, I went there. Oh, hey, look, it's Kane.
What?
Helen! Since we're twins, we can feel each other's emotions. He was getting ready to go down and dirty with some chick, and then he got whopped by Shiva. I mean, look at him. He's clearly a man in this picture. Mage's Voyage. Get it? That's funny.
Immensely.
So, are we gonna do Porum next because it actually ties in with Palom, or are we just gonna say screw that noise and do Edge?
We can start Porums if you want.
Cool.
As the lunar whale sets off from the dragon's mouth towards the new moon, monsters suddenly pour out of the Devil's Road. Realizing the danger, the Elder Visidia orders Porum to visit Mount Orthios and find the reclusive dragoon who once served Baron with pride.
I don't know about with pride, but...
If by pride they mean with a lot of backstabbing.
Right?
Well then, let us begin today's lesson.
Yes, sir. For some reason, the game wants to introduce me as a little kid.
I guess we're starting off with a flashback.
Mm-hmm. It's better than having a flashback like halfway through it, and I'm not even telling you what's going on.
Yes. Where's Palom?
He's probably hitting on that little girl again. You know, I think one day he's gonna grow up and hit on her some more and then get his ass kicked in front of her because he's useless. Oh, called it! I already read that. Hit the button. Whack! Look how scared she looks.
Yeah.
She's like, damn! How many times I gotta tell you not to be late?
How many times must I tell you the same thing before it sinks into that thick skull of yours? You have a deal of growing up to do if you ever plan to be the sort of sage Tella was. 2 more hours of spell transcription for you.
But Elder, why do I want to be like Tella? He killed himself because he's stupid. I'm gonna use a spell. Oh, not again. You've only yourself to blame. Forget this. I've had enough of this stupid training. Palom.
What a troublesome one.
Please allow me to go after him, Elder. Please tell me he's telling the girl the same story. How amazing would that be? drag him back before the elder gets any angrier. Same place? Yep. They've run off somewhere.
Palom had finally decided to act his age. Now I see just how wrong I was.
But he is acting his age, sir. We're only 5.
Oh, there he is.
Give it up, Palom. The elder wants to see you. Hey, look, Form's playing. What impeccable timing.
I know, right?
Tough for him. I'm gonna start my training all over again. No way. I'm not gonna start my training all over again. I'm gonna play hide and seek. Oh, look how cute she looks in her little portrait. Apparently, Porum is having troubles with Sound Dodger. Or Augur. Sound Augur. Because there's only one D, you see.
Let me guess, Palom's up to no good yet again, right?
All work and no play makes Palom a dull boy.
Even if he is just a kid, a normal person like me can never understand what goes through the head of a genius like Palom.
Girls? Or smoking in the boys' room? Give it up, Palom, the elder wants to see you. Tough for him. I already read that. Alright, the rule of video games has taught me that this could either end the next time we run into him, or it could go on for a total of 5 times.
Now where are you gonna run off to?
You're better than this, Palom. I thought you wanted to be a great sage like Taylor. Fine, you win. Yep, 3 times. 3rd time's the charm.
Yep. You look like you have something on your mind, boy.
Look, Elder, you may not be aware of this, but Nurse Joy is standing just to your left. My skills have developed much more than you think. Palom!
Is that so? There's nothing else here for you to learn. Is that what you're trying to say?
Come on, Elder. You know just as well as I do how powerful we really are. Isn't that right, Nurse Joy? Wink. Hold your tongue, Palom. You think so too, right, Porum? Without us, Cecil wouldn't have made it nowhere near the mountain of ordeals. Yeah, I'm adding words. Get over it. We've grown so much since the journey we took. Haven't you realized that, Elder? Wow, not even looking at him. Disrespectful.
I suppose you have a point.
I know I do, 'cause I'm gonna become a sage just like old man Tella.
Tella, you say? Then you have a long way to go, Palom. Growth is not something gained on your own. It's the product of all the people you meet along the way, from Cecil and Tella to everyone else around you.
I already know that, Elder. I don't need you to tell me. I'm gonna go see Spoony.
It's a simple thing to say, but I forbid you from leaving the city. It's still too soon for you.
Too soon? When's it not gonna be too soon? How about when your balls drop, boy?
When you've truly understood the words I've spoken.
Yeah, that's code for when your balls drop. Can I go out and travel the world once I do?
Once you do, yes.
Alright, I'll be out of here in a flash. Cecil and the others, be ready for me. And then he runs off again. That's how I imagine she says it every time it's like that. Are you sure you meant to tell him that, Elder?
Of course. The meetings and partings one experiences in life help to strengthen the self.
Yes, Elder.
And I'm sure you would like to hit the road yourself someday, Porum.
What?
It's written on your face, plain as day.
Oh.
Porum's Tale, the Vanished Lunar Whale.
Okay.
So, flashback over?
I think so.
Yep.
Well, no, it doesn't say present. This could be a ploy.
Well, I mean, present can... Given that all of these... Yeah,
Nope.
nope, they're still kids. I was going to say, given how, like, all of these little chapters and story arcs seem to be going on at roughly the same time.
Mm-hmm. They haven't even aged, like, at all.
Yeah, really.
Finally, I'm off on my quest to become a sage. What made you want to visit Kapu first? 'Cause it's Stella's homeland, of course. What do you think? But he was so useless. That's what I think. That's all. What do you mean, that's all, folks? Don't you understand anything? Huh? The title of sage isn't something to be obtained, it's something that's granted to you. Yeah, that's right, I knew that already. Well, if it's granted to you, you gotta do politicking, and you're doing a very bad job of that. Maybe if you went out there and grabbed somebody by their, well, you know. Then what do you think, Grant? Sorry, hold on. What do you think, grants something like that to you? The elder, right? I must grab another tea, viewers. No, the people of the world do. Yeah, so he's gonna go politicking. What? Nobody's gonna call you a sage just because you've learned black and white magic. They're just gonna call you a nerd. You have to throw away your own wishes and ambitions, Paladin, and learn to use your magic to benefit the world, not yourself. Psh, that goes without saying, Porum. Are you sure you know that? Well, there's that way, Tella, wasn't it? What? Sure.
You're right.
It's hard to keep the voices up this long.
Tella traveled around the world with the Elder himself long ago. Just like we're doing right now.
Wow, really? Wait, I already knew that. I know everything.
Eventually, the Elder returned to the city and devoted his life to protecting the world through his magic. He's so dreamy. Tella, meanwhile, continued his travels for years afterwards, using his power for good of all mankind. Except at the end when he killed himself like an idiot.
How long did he do that for?
Oh, at least decades. Somewhere along the way, he knocked up a girl. At the end of his journey, he decided to settle down in Kaipu, where Anna was born. That's code for they were coming after him for child support, so he had to go, like, be a dad and stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the moral of the story is keep it in your pants. Of course.
Having way too much fun with this. Like, context is like somewhere, you know, like at this level. I know you can't see my hands, but just imagine, like, it's at this level. And like, we're way up here right now. That's how we do.
Yep.
Well, I'll give it a shot. I'm in this for the long haul.
Yarg, a pirate's life for me. Like, why is Baron the only place with airships? Like, let's be real here for a second.
Right? Even at this point.
Phew, finally.
What are you complaining about? You slept practically the entire way.
We have a long way to Kaipu, don't we? It's on the middle of the huge damn Zion desert in front of us. We should rest up while we can, you know.
Convenient excuse.
Oh, look at their little feet.
Okay. Well, I think this is a good spot to call it, and...
Wow, look
we'll,
at his portrait.
I know, Palom. I mean...
Wow.
I mean, there's nothing about him that doesn't ooze smug.
Was he that bad in 4? I don't remember.
I believe so, yeah.
You just spent less time with him.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Alright then. We will call it here. Next time we'll finish, or we'll start Porum's chapter proper then.
Mm-hmm.
Later, guys.
We'll see if I can keep up these voices. Probably not, though. Bye, everybody.
I'm playing a game.